CP squared has 51 minus degrees of freedom, making all the way home. I got hungry and I ate it. We're Americans and we only like competition, okay? I'm eating and I'm reading a book. And this waitress comes up.
Alrighty.
In your head. You can't put it down. Your reality. It's in your head. You can't put it down. Your reality. What'll you do when the lights go out? What can you do now?
Oh my.
Technology. Technology. Technology.
Oh!
Technology.
But wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer.
Yes, just wait, cause this one's a screamer. If you know what I'm saying over here. Woohoo! Alright, folks, welcome to another crazy shite. We're going over lizard people, the rulers of time and or of the spaces that it is. I don't know what's going on anymore. Let's go ahead and bring in our stream perv co-host of the host and the other host of the things, and then we'll go from there and stuff and things.
But some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
And there we blow. How you both doing today?
I'm good.
Warm.
It's hot over here. Jesus Christ. I'm fucking boiling in my own fucking skin. I was going to say pants, but I don't have those on, so that doesn't make sense. So I'm boiling in my fucking...
Tomorrow we get 35 degrees here. And that is about 100 in the Humpty Dumpty scale.
Yeah, 90 something.
Let's see what it's...
95.
Let's see what it tells me right now. It says we are at... Come on. Oh, 81 degrees right now. So it's not that bad.
My
like
living room currently is at like 80.
So,
speaking of hot weather,
mine isn't that bad. It's 20 because I have airco, but I just switched it off because of the stream because it's very noisy.
Oh yeah,
yes.
I don't have that yet.
Yeah. So let's do some intros. Let's say a little cinema chat and get into the lizard people that rule time and space.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or hosts. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by this channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
It's just like Killer Cop 4, but she's got Hema instead of fry cook balls. I need you, Action Bastard! Action Bastard, I need you! Action Bastard, I need you! Why am I wasting time dancing?
You want to know why? Because the world is fucking flat, dog. And everything that you see up there, as far as like planets or stars, yeah, guess what, dude? It's fucking fake. It's just lights up there. The government put those lights up there so you dummies could just act like there's something up there.
Wait a second, are you a flat earther?
Call a crackhead. You're stupid. Yeah. Yeah.
What? What? Oh. What was in this shit?
Yeah, what was in this shit, man? All right, let's say hello to some chats. We have Stop the Stupidity.
Hey, stop.
And we have their, since they're a channel sponsor, we have their commercial.
Attention, new New Yorkers! Stop acting so stupid!
Exactly. And we have a Jasper.
Hey, Jasper.
And Ivy Chan.
Ooh, hey, Ivy. Hey, Ivy, don't scare me like that. That's not nice.
That looks like everybody as of right now. And I wasn't going to put up the bug thingy-mabobber, but my check engine light came on this morning, and I have an air valve thingy-mabobber I need to replace, which is only $65, and I think I can do it myself. So, once again, I'll eat bugs for $20 for this. Hey, Demon Orb! So if we get a collective amount of $20 in the social medias on the thingy-mabobbers down here, and give me a second and I'll actually put that in the thing. I wasn't going to try to, goddamn it, and ask for money. But again, I do things for a thing.
No, you're just e-bagging.
Yeah, no, I totally just, and I don't provide a service.
Yeah, no, you're e-bagging, but you should, you know what you should be doing? You should be teabagging.
Yes, totally.
Dog is technically online because he's as do not disturb, but
I messaged him and I asked him to tell us. So if anybody wants to send money to the social media, it's gonna help me just barely fix my car.
yeah. And
If
I'm gonna be slightly bit of an asshole because
and I hate saying it this way.
Putting something else in that in this side of my chat.
Sure.
And then
Yeah,
people
I
will have to decide what to do, but
I know.
Mango also needs a bit. And like she's been sick for a while. So if anybody can spare a few bucks to drop that way, then we can help everybody out. Like
drop her 5, drop me 5 or something. We'll see. And yes, I understand stop stupid. No worries. Like if nobody can help out, that's awesome. If you can just become a member for $2 a month, that makes it worth it too. But fuck it, let's crack on with this. And this is
You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. You understand that? They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. You understand that?
I hate that. I like that.
They violated it, but Israel violated it too. Israel.
His stupid dance is so stupid that it's just fucking funny. Like that stupid silly dance.
Look at his hair.
There,
look at his hair. You can see
just
right
funny.
through it.
I
You
like
can see his
it.
bald head.
and they literally made a. Did you see what happened that they did on the White House lawn?
No.
Okay, after this, we'll find that in a second. I was gonna wait till Wednesday for my birthday, but go ahead and ruin it. No, I'm just kidding. No, like literally, we'll go over what they just put as an art display on the White House lawn in just a second.
You understand that? They violated it, but Israel violated it too. Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped the
No
load off like
worries.
I've never seen before. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when they say, okay, now.
Do I have this sped? No, this is normal. I was just making sure.
Yeah, 12 hours. You don't go out in the first hour.
I just want to make sure this is a normal speed, and it totally is.
Just drop everything you have on. It's the biggest load that we've seen. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. You understand that? They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't.
What a loser! I know he's the president, but like,
they
Jesus
did that so
Christ.
brilliantly. The biggest load we've ever seen, and then Kenneth,
know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. You understand that? So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, it didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You understand that? Raise your voice!
Oh my Jesus Christ, Beavis and Butthead! God damn it!
Oh
my God! We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. You understand that? They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
The fuck they're doing. They don't
He's
know what the fuck they're doing.
He's dancing with Epstein. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah. But we all know. We all know. Don't bring that to court yet.
That they were friends.
Because he'll pardon everybody involved.
Yeah. Come on, Beavis.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. You understand that? You understand that?
Oh, Jesus. Okay, there is that as of right now. Now, let's go ahead and let me find the videos that we are going to watch today. Because I couldn't save it as on a playlist because it's made for children. And when we watch this, just check out how much this is not. No, what we're going to watch next, the Lizard People documentary, is made for children. That's why I couldn't save it. So, this is the only way for me to... Yeah, and just watch. It's not made for children. It's definitely not made for any children. This is not made for children. Do not let your children watch this goddamn documentary we're going over. And if you do, you deserve to have your children taken away. Like, that's the easiest way to put all this beeping shit. Like, so here we blow. Here's Lizard People. I'm gonna go ahead and get us to the beginning of it because it takes a while. So here's the beginning, and here we go.
The evidence we are about to present to you has the potential to rewrite thousands of years of human history.
Is that what's gonna happen right now? I'm totally speeding this up because these crackheads are fucking. But here we blow. Here we blow.
It will present evidence that suggests ancient serpent or lizard-like aliens came to Earth hundreds of years ago and played a role in creating religion, humanity, and are still among us today.
Oh, I'm just gonna stop it for a second, just my computer and everything to butt up. But this is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. I didn't see this before. This alien is jerking off next to this lady sleeping. Is that what you idiots think is happening? You literally there's literally like men that do this. We don't need aliens to do this because there's already fucking weirdos. Jesus Christ, Susan Butthead.
The evidence is based on extensive research of ancient myths, texts, archaeological finds, science, and other sources. We will explore the various cultures around the world that have legends and stories of serpent-like aliens who created humans.
This is sped up. Does this feel like it's not sped up for some reason? Does this feel like this is not sped up, or am I just on crack? No, I get that. I get that. No, I get that. No, this is the ancestral traditional Oni faces and demon faces in Eastern culture look like this. But yes, I do get what you're saying.
Systems used to
but we're going to speed this up.
Them. We will also look at symbols and artifacts from ancient civilizations that point to an alien origin. We will also present evidence that these ancient aliens are still among us today. We will look at the various stories of alien abduction, UFO sightings, and mysterious disappearances that have been reported around the world. We will also present evidence that these aliens have been manipulating world events and are using religion and other means to secretly control humanity. This is an exciting...
I'm just going to let it buffer just a tiny bit because then it will play along. But this is going to be the fun things and stuff because I found some weird thingamabobbers for the proof of reptilian aliens, and that's why we're watching this, is because there's some new silly things that they say that I've never heard before. And I know we've gone over this, but there's new stuff in here that we've not gone over yet, and that's why we're doing this.
Journey into the unknown, with evidence that challenges accepted belief.
Like your mom's vagina. See, this is why I wanted to
the possibility that an alien race may have been manipulating us for thousands of years. Prepare to have...
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do it this way because, like, it lets me buffer. Oh my god, I don't know what's wrong with my internet right now. But let me let's just try playing it this way, and we'll see how it goes, and go from there. Now it's back to normal. We'll see. Let's just try it this way for a second.
Your beliefs challenged and your minds opened. The concept that alien serpent-like creatures came to Earth thousands of years ago and created religion, humanity,
and your mom's vagina. Okay, so I'm gonna try this one more time in this way, and we'll go from
still control us
there.
even now is a controversial one. Many people believe that this is a myth, while others argue that it is true. We will prove the point in several ways. Ancient artwork from around the world depicts snake-like creatures and strange beings with wings, which is believed to be a representation of alien
why is that
serpent-like creatures.
scary?
Various mythologies from cultures around the world describe figures resembling snake-like life forms of alien origin. Several ancient texts describe events that could be interpreted as alien contact, such as the Epic of Gilgamesh. Ancient civilizations, such as the Sumerians,
Yeah, we
Egyptians,
talked about
and Mayans, had advanced knowledge of astronomy and mathematics that could not be explained by their primitive technology.
Don't we call that mathematics?
Didn't
Oh,
even have
Jesus Christ. I'm
technology.
sorry, everybody. Pressed the wrong button. We call that mathematics?
They didn't have technology
Go ahead,
in the dark ages.
Exactly. We didn't know how to measure certain things. You want to know why we figure out ways to better mathematically equate things? Let's put it that way. We have better technology. We have things that can like microwave things. We have things that can micro size things. We have laser pointers that will tell you to the micro of the something or the nano of a something of a something. Technology gets better, and that's why we know fucking creationism isn't real. We know that flat Earth isn't real. We know that your mom's vagina is never gonna have sex again, and it no, I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'm done. I'm done.
My mom doesn't live anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. And I know some of our moms are still alive, but I'm just being stupid. But the way that, and maybe they never have sex again. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. What I was getting at, and we all know, is we now, through the modern technology, we can understand how to look at these things and tell how they have changed through micro and nano versions of the change. If we're talking about like seismic activity, if we're talking about waterways, if we're talking about we all know. I'm just like, I'm barking into the dark again. I'm preaching to the choir. We already know what I'm talking about.
Ancient cultures around the world have stories that describe a great flood, which could be
Yeah, because that has happened once or twice in every culture around the world. But does it match up to the flood that they fucking say in the Bible? No, obviously not. Obviously, we've done this before. This is we're beating a goddamn dead fucking kitty cat. That's what I have to say. That's all what's happened.
Interpreted as aliens coming to Earth and resetting the planet. Ancient monuments such as the Egyptian pyramids and Stonehenge have unexplained origins and purposes. Many ancient cultures have belief systems that revolve around gods or supernatural.
The pyramids do not have an unknown purpose. They are burial grounds. Case closed.
Yeah, and everything.
They're landing pads for the Goa'uld. That's it.
Yeah, because what you want for a landing pad is you want a sharp point.
Stargate.
Yeah, well, but what you want is a sharp point landing point. You want to land your arsehole right on the top of a pyramid. Yeah, that's how a fucking landing fucking thing works, you dumb cunts.
Well, it works as Stargate.
Well, see, I never understood.
Oh, no, I
I
gotta
thought it
look
was
something up.
when you threw a thingy-mabobber and it wasn't landing onto something. But I don't remember Stargate 100%. But fuck it.
Yeah.
Look at the movie.
None of this. Well, it wasn't a TV show, and never mind. But this is not how this world works. All of these things are different representations of different things that do different things for a different purpose in different cultures. So you're literally
Okay,
not
no,
making a
okay.
point unless you're an idiot. And I'm not going to say it. I'm sorry. That's not the right way to put it. If you're naive and you don't know the difference between all of these things, but I have been studying cultural differences and different religions and reading different Bibles and different forms of different things. Versus Los.
What did you say about
What is that?
Lanny? Oh, you can't read. Hey, can you remove that title for a second?
Sure. I can do that. Yeah. Give me a second.
You know that landing on top of a pyramid can get you in jail?
Oh yeah, and or climbing up it or walking up it, because that happened to that crazy bitch in Mexico. And I know we're talking about different period, but same difference though. Anything is a dildo if you're brave enough. Yes,
Talking about landing on a pyramid.
yeah. Honey,
You can
if
climb
you can,
in Teotihuacan, you can climb the pyramids.
No, you can't climb most of the pyramids anymore, and or get close to them.
I mean, in Mexico, I've been there. I've been on top of
Yeah,
the pyramids
yeah.
of Teotihuacan.
Yeah, and there was a lady who ran up it, and she got federally charged, and I think she's still in jail. If somebody in the side chat stop the stupidity, look that up. Yeah, there's a lady.
Look that up.
And
Stop.
yeah, well, I mean, you can do it too, brainless, but you know.
No, I can't.
Yeah, well, then do it. Stop. But there was a lady who ran up the Mayan pyramid, and she got arrested, and I think she might still be in jail, like I just said. But let's crack on more with this, because again, we're talking about this idiocracy of and people not understanding the difference between this, that, and this. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we'll get to that in just a second.
Beings from the sky, which could be interpreted as aliens. Religious texts from around the
And any writings could be anything about anything, and a deity could be in anything. Let's track on to their proofs, though. That's the hilarious thing that we're getting into right now.
world describe events that could be interpreted as alien contact, such as the Bible's story of Noah's Ark. There are numerous accounts of people who have claimed to have been abducted by aliens or encountered strange beings. Numerous UFO sightings have been reported throughout history, and many of them remain unexplained. Many modern technologies have origins that can be traced back to ancient civilizations, such as the flying machine, described in the Rig Veda. There are numerous accounts of ancient artifacts with mysterious origins, such as the
Yeah, if you smoke enough fucking hallucinogens and you like bash yourself in the face with a hammer while somebody's like giving you a coffee enema while like jerking you off or something, you're not gonna know what the fuck is going on, and you're gonna see some crazy shit. How do I know that firsthand? Hell yeah! That's why I just put that out into the zeitgeist as a thing. But no, that's the way the world works. Like, you don't know what things are if you are under the influence of anything. Like, literally, if you barely are just like if you're barely hangry, right? You haven't eaten enough, you haven't drank enough, and you're not used to that, you're going to go into a state of shock. If you go and walk certain miles and you're in the fucking sun and you're getting sunburned, now you're going to be in a state of a delusion through shock. If you fucking if you swallow a sword and you lift weights from your piercings and then you let people staple money to your body, you're in a state of shock. is your understanding of existence going to be there? No, I like don't understand life for like 20 minutes after my show, after I staple my cock, after swallowing a sword, and all the other thingy bobbers I do, lifting weights for my piercings, after clothespinning my face and slapping them off, and putting a steak knife in my skull. Do I understand life for an hour after that? Hell fucking no. It's fucking awesome. But do I believe everything that my brain tells me during this? Hell no. I just know that this is a hallucination.
There are these things that they cannot explain, but they always miss one word. We cannot explain it yet.
Yeah, and that's the other thing.
And because there is an explanation for it, we just have it right now.
Or yes,
like the
there
mechanism we
is
found
one
in the sea.
Yeah, and there is one.
In the side chat or in the private chat, I put a video of the lady climbing the pyramid.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And getting
we'll do that.
arrested.
We'll do that in just a second.
Just so you know.
Show a little bit more. But that's what happened is you can't literally do that, but like, yeah.
A ferromechanism, a complex device that was
saying
discovered in a
if you
shipwreck off the
you
coast of
can.
Greece.
I know, yeah, that thing. I mean, that thing.
There
They
have
have
been numerous
still they have
reports
no
of
explanation for
mysterious
it.
lights in the sky.
Yeah.
And strange structures on the ground, which could be interpreted as evidence of alien activity.
No, they found a really, really complex compass that an ancient culture fingered out for people to use on the ocean as seamen. I just wanted to say seamen. As sailors or, on a boat. Oh my God, their boat fucking sank. And there's only like 3 examples of these because they have actually, to the best of my knowledge, found 3 versions of them. But until recently, they didn't understand what they were because when they found them, they were just clusterfucks of just like layers of things.
Yeah. Just
Then they went and then they
fused together.
Thank you. It looked like metal that was just fused together or just a block of metal. Then they went and they did x-rays and then they did a couple other things and then blah, 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 yakety schmackities. And then we finally come to using AI with the lasers and the ways they looked into it. And then they figured out like what it technically was. Is that 100% what it was? I don't know. But it did come down to like the time, date, month, year, and a couple other things to where if you were a seaman and you were on the ocean, it would help.
And you needed to find the what?
You would definitely, it would make it so that you knew everything for everything, right? So like the day, year, the time, the blah, blah, blah. And then you could help navigate through things because if you knew that during this time of the year, a canal was always going to be shallow, then you're going to do it when it's always full, right? You know what I'm saying? You're going like, okay, it's going to be icy this time of the year in this blah of the thing because I have this calcularizations of this thing. So I'm not going to go there. Or like if somebody's like, hey, go deliver this to this part. I'm like, nah, bro, I can't fucking do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, this time of the year, my ship can't get through that because I don't have an icebreaker. Let's just put it in a simple way like that. But anyways, now let's get into fucking crop circles because we've already gone over this over and over again and we're beating this like a dead goddamn fucking horse.
Crop circles have been found all over the world, and many of them have intricate designs that could not have been created by humans.
We've already gone, and then with humans did. Humans always have done it. They're always humans. Yeah. It's always humans. We have no proof that non-humans did this. We already have documentaries about people that started this as a joke. And we
Yeah.
have proof
Yeah,
that they were
started
telling the truth.
everything. They started gods and stuff. They started everything.
Yeah, no, it was in the UK, I think, right?
Like I said,
That
I'm a
like
creationist. I believe humanity created God.
Yeah.
and that's what she said last night. Anyways, okay.
You wish.
I don't know why my internet seems to be dropping. Am I sounding okay? Am I coming
Yeah,
over
you
the
sound
waves?
okay.
Okay. I don't know why my internet seems to be pretending dropping me, other than the lizard people are controlling the fucking airwaves.
There are numerous unexplained phenomena that could be attributed to alien activity,
Phenomena.
such as the Bermuda Triangle and the Nazca Lines.
Phenomenon.
There is a great deal of evidence to suggest that aliens.
The Nazca lines are not anything other than there's like these like paths that then there's like what, like 55 or something different images that the crazy ass weirdos that lived in the desert that are native 500 years ago, or 200 years ago, I think is how old they are. They ran around doing whatever fucking and making these fucking lines, dragging things, which again, making the lines in the sand to make the white sand appear under, like just pushing away sand. So the sand below, which is another color, making it into a pattern isn't fucking crazy. They did not go and like take 1,000-pound rocks and or other land. They didn't manicure the land very, very hardcore for the Nazca lines. We've looked into it. We've talked about it. But we can talk about it again and again and again. But they literally, it was just natives that took the burnt tops of the soil, whatever the clay, whatever was on top first, and they pushed it to the side, and then everything underneath was a silicate. So it was never going to turn brown and or orange or yellow because it didn't have magnesium in it and or iron and or other things. And that was the thing. There's layers of things. That's how the world works. It's not just one layer. And that's what fucking cunt Hoven doesn't understand.
Yeah.
There's
Cunt
layers of things. Yeah, that's why I call him cunt Hoven. But anyways, he doesn't understand.
Eric now? I call
Eric
him Erich. Erich Ovend, because it's just his Twitter name looks like that. Erich Ovend, like in German.
Yeah, I like that, but I call him Eric Douchebay is the way I call him. But anyways,
that's another one.
Yeah, Eric Douchebay. But anyways, so again, these idiots don't understand how you make things. And once again, there are multiple documentaries that disprove crop circles in the UK, especially because that's where they started, supposedly, and then they moved to other areas. But we already understand that there are people that were just taking LSD that were in college or something that made these things. They just went out and just tried to see if they could get people to be interested in them. And then it was a social...
It's art. It's pure art.
Well, and it was also a social science experiment. They did it to see what would happen if they tried to do this. And it was college kids that were just trying to be like, hey, what happens if we try to do something and we put a name to it and we go to these people and we promote it in this way? How would this propagate itself? Now they made a thing. That's what happened. It was just them trying to like be silly. And it's kind of like what a lot of us did with pushing things into society. How far can I push this before we get in trouble for it? You know?
Alien serpent-like creatures did come to Earth thousands of years ago and created religion, humanity, and continue to control us.
Yeah, because we don't have serpent-like beings all throughout our culture that look exactly like this.
Even now. Over
And that's what your mom. Never mind.
5,000 years before Christ, an amazing thing happened that would change the course of human history. Hidden from us by
They would find the vagina and they would figure out a way to put their penis inside of it and ejaculate so we can make new beings. I don't know. I'm sorry.
misunderstanding, mistranslation, and clouded in mythology. The birth of religion on this planet was no mere accident.
No, that's what happens when you have a culture of peoples that eventually their brain starts working and you have to start coming up with the way that society works. Because if you don't have somebody who is telling you, when you have teenagers, let's not talk about kids. Let's talk about teenagers, preteens. When they start asking about how everything works, you have to start beginning to tell them this is how the world began, and or here we are at the middle, and or how maybe it would end. And you have to go through how life works, right? An apple, it on a tree, it will be on the limb as a fruit until it ripens, and then eventually, if it's not plucked, it will fall and it will die. Then that nutrients should go back into the roots of that tree, and then it can build that back to make another thing for harvesting. That's how you need to help tell somebody how the way that the circle of life happens. Like there's that way. Idiots don't know how to do that, and now they're like the snake, and then when it comes up and if it bites you in the ankle, then you gotta go and have sex with your brother, and then somehow that gets the poison to go away to propagate that. That's where all the weird mythology comes after that. And it's like, no, this is how we're supposed to show how this works.
We even have a city called Snake, but that's something different.
Yeah, I mean, there's the taint sucking snake, and that's completely different. Like you said, like with the alien invasion of the vast scale. I don't know. But let's crack on.
It was the result of an alien invasion on a vast scale, and it sparked the worship of the ancient gods. Those gods are the oldest recorded figures of worship anywhere in history. They are,
and that's what she said,
the root of all the major world religions. They gave rise to the great powers of Egypt, Mesopotamia, and more. They spread outwards around the world and were the genesis of a special holy bloodline that remains with us today. One of their descendants would be caught, beaten, and crucified, and yet he would rise from his grave, unrecognizable and accompanied by messengers of light.
Yeah, because there's only one of them. Yeah, because there's only one of them this happened to. There wasn't 4,000 or 5,000 people this happened to during this time. No, it's only this dude that this happened to. But let's crack on.
He would ascend in the sky, having cast off his shrouded skin. His bloodline would give rise to the royal families of the entire world. His bloodline would be protected, defended, and would control the globe. He was a descendant of the great serpent elite, who came to Earth as beings of light to teach mankind. He was a descendant of the great giant killer David, a memory of a great battle that was fought between the serpent.
So somehow, now, Jesus Christ is part of the serpent elite. Let's crack on. And the aliens and man, and let's crack on. And that's why I wanted to watch this today, because Jesus Christ, what's going on anymore?
Elite and the sons of alien and man. They were known as giants in the land. The aliens escaped Earth, but left behind their seed and tools of power and communication. It is prophesied.
Yeah, they left their seed. Bam, chicka, bam, wow. What? Huh? No, I'm sorry. I got distracted.
Is that they shall return, and the signs are growing daily that they have returned and are right.
Go ahead, Ned. I'm sorry. Did I? Okay, I just don't want to cut people off. Okay, I just didn't want to cut people off. That's what I was getting at. Unless anybody was going to say anything. What the fuck
I'm
are we
coming back
talking
to
about
Stargate
anymore?
again. These guys are Asgard.
Yeah, definitely, dude. This is hilariously silly sci-fi versions of so many other things. And that's what's like the most funniest thing about like these people. They're like, oh my god, I have thought of something that nobody has, or we're doing something, and it's like, no. Like, look at the history of sci-fi. Look at the history of movies. Look at the history of all these other things. We've already done this. We've beaten this donkey to death. Like, literally, we've all done all this so many times. And, like, all of us here, we're not young chickens. And I'm not saying that to be bad, but we already have, like, listened to these dumbasses tell us this shit for how many fucking years? Now it's like, like every time somebody new comes up and is like, I have a new thing. No, you don't, dumbass. We've already done this. I'm gonna debunk you in like 5 milliseconds. It's insane. Let's track on.
Now dealing with their own elite bloodline, the men in power. This is the untold story of a very real and ancient alien invasion. In Africa today, there are the remains of the oldest form of worship anywhere on the planet. It is a cave in the shape of a huge serpent. All around, there are pieces of stone fashioned into thousands of small scales. This is the place of worship for the serpent. This is where man first came into contact with the aliens.
Oh my Jesus Christ. You realize we just got into this and I have this like sped up so fucking fast. It's dumb how crazy the regular speed for this is. Hey Jinx, we're gonna go over just a little bit more, but like, oh my god. We'll see.
The discovery of this one location surprised the world. Nobody expected original worship to be that of the serpent, and yet it is within every
No, they all
religion.
did.
It is in all the myths of the world, and they all tell the same story. In the beginning, the serpent was the wise one, the only.
Because how many times do you come across a snake? I don't know how to put this.
That talks, yeah.
Out of the poisonous thingy-mabobbers, you're going to come across a snake more often. And a representation of this is going to be something which is going to be easy for to be palatable. And when you're trying to tell people to not run across something, it's going to be like spiders, snakes, and it's probably those two.
Animal in the Bible to speak freely with his own mind and voice. The tempter, and yet also the holder of ultimate wisdom and the elixir of life. Mankind, in comparison to this remarkable animal, appeared foolish. From that day forward, the serpent would control man. The very genetic makeup of mankind altered from this moment. We cannot say exactly when. We cannot pinpoint the so-called Garden of Eden in time.
As soon as they come with this biblical stuff, it always dismisses it as rubbish.
Yeah, and what are you talking about, you weirdos? Like, what does that have to do with this?
It has nothing to do with factual anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is just fucking, like, sputtering out, like, word salad, because there's nothing that proves any of this bullshit.
You can give it one thing. This video, you can give it one thing. It's spoken in by a real human instead of an AI.
I don't know that 100%, but you're right. It does sound a little bit more
That's
human.
the only thing real about this video.
Can piece together the
Okay, yeah. Hopefully that's the only thing that's not AI.
remarkable story of the moment the serpent aliens came from the skies. We can uncover the story of what happened next and how it has affected our own time. The truth is, aliens do walk among us right now. To many, the very idea that the serpent is hidden within our religions and mythology will seem bizarre. In
What
Christianity
if
and other
aliens don't
faiths,
have feet?
it is reviled, and this itself is a folk memory of a fearful and warring past between mankind.
Oh, that's deep.
I mean, there's so many thingamabobbers that like can contribute to you not understanding how they're done. And I love how these dragons, they're so ska. They have a tie that's so ska-y. That look, they're ska-ers. Look, they're into ska. They have a okay. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. We'll talk about it later. But like, oh my god, it's so funny that's that.
And the serpent. Nevertheless, the historical truth is that the serpent is there, and it is the root of all major religions. This has been proven again and again, both from scriptures and archaeology. The easiest and most clear way to realize that the serpent is hidden in our lives is to actually understand the language of the serpent itself. We need to get to the roots. The snake is known in
And that's how I clean up my nasal passages with that snake.
It's
the language of
does the job.
Yes, totally.
Absolutely.
As ab, ob, opf, op, ep, and ev. Amazingly, in the Mayan language, can means serpent, as in Kukulkan, the bird serpent. And just as the ancient Sumerian Akan and the Scottish can for serpent, which is where we get the word canny, like wise snake. Vulcan, the Roman god of fire, comes from the Babylonian can for serpent, and
And that's where we get Vulcan from. Oh, never mind. But no. This is very interesting. This is where the serpent eating its own tail. And we'll go from there in just a second.
for fire, showing an etymological link across thousands of miles. The aspect of fire being included in the word is a clue to the origins of the serpent and its worship. For the ancients came with fire. There are no real snakes on earth that are also fire, and so it must mean something quite different. Perhaps
So what they just said
similar to
is
that fire or light.
well shit. So what they just said is the lizard people or the others cannot have an orgasm without fire play. Okay, I'm down. All right. I mean, if I have to do lava play with my lizard overlords, I will do that. Yeah, Vulcan is the Latin name for volcano. Yes, that's what I was saying. That's what we were talking about. Volcanoing it up over here.
Vulcan is also the name of a mysterious planet that people say that's right at the opposite of the sun of the Earth, and they never have. Yeah, it's just as idiotic as this.
Yes, exactly.
Seen in modern-day UFO sightings. At the very center of the Christian world,
they have to
the
stop
Vatican
for the
comes
light.
from the words "baptize" for prophet.
Hey, by the way, do you know
what was that again?
How expensive crucifixion is? Because nails were cost like gold in that time, because they had to
it
be
was very expensive.
made by a blacksmith, especially. This is a very expensive way to execute someone. Better use a sword or a big axe.
Yeah, look at how much fucking wood they use. Like that's so much fucking wood because you have to bury it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to bury so much fucking wood into the bottom to make it so that fucking thing stands up. Then it has to have a cross piece. No. Crucifying somebody was very expensive. There was a lot easier and less expensive ways to do it. But the Roman Church, I believe, is what that did it. They wanted to show off how they could execute so many people. I think it's what it was. I know. I mean, the Jews supposedly are the ones that hung Jesus from a cross, but I think it was it was the Christian, or well, they weren't Christian yet, but it was another version that did that first.
But it
So,
is
anyways,
one thing is certain. It is a good thing that they didn't drown Jesus, because all these Catholics would run with an aquarium around their neck now.
yes. Yeah, okay. All right, folks. We're going to get out of here because I'm exhausted. So, we'll see you all tomorrow for thingies and stuff, the bobbers. I think it is going to be aliens tomorrow. If not, I don't know. And then my birthday is going to be, is it Wednesday? God damn it. Yeah, if it's Wednesday, that's not going to be fun, but that's okay. It's okay. I have to renew my license and get my eyes checked and all that stuff. So Wednesday is going to be fun for me. So we'll see what I'm going to do for that. I may do a news stream or not. I don't know what I'm going to do for my birthday. But we will do thingies. It's okay, don't worry about that. I mean, we've done a birthday stream for a gazillion years. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But Thursday we have something going on, and we'll see about Friday. I'm going on from now. I think that's going to be the last weekend that I don't have anything going on. But we'll talk about it later. Thank you very much. Please make sure that you're subscribed. You hit the bell notifications for all to let us know. I'll let you know when we do streams. And please like the stream. Share with your friends and put it in your social medias or place it in certain things. Also, comment 7 words or more so that it gets picked up by the algorithms. Otherwise, we'll see you same freak time, same freak channel. Later, all. Bye. We're gonna get the fuck out of here.
Bye.